Hey friends, Michael Kingswood here, and this is Deep Dive number 2. Of course, as I was starting this up, I realized I screwed up the YouTube portion that I guess I somehow scheduled at 4 o'clock instead of 2 o'clock. I apologize. Those of you who were showing up 2 hours late to it, mea culpa. Um, so, yeah, the second deep dive, I'm going to keep this one pretty quick because I am going fishing with my boys in about an hour and a half. So, can't be gabbing away here for too long because I am still finishing recording the Story Saturday video for today. Video slash audio podcast slash everything else. And as you know, Story Saturday is the ninth story from Stories from the Great Challenge. It's titled Hermes Kringle. Hermes is Kringle, science fiction story that I wrote a little bit after the other ones in this Great Challenge collection. I included it because the story that should go there is currently on submission elsewhere. And that's just fact of life. But it was all written around the same time, so it works out well. Anyway, tune back in later on this evening. Story Saturday will be up, and you can listen to that and have fun. For myself, things to talk about today is mostly going to revolve around the campaign for campaign season, Glimmervale number 6, which the Kickstarter campaign finished up about 3 weeks ago now. And I have been working the last couple weeks getting backer kit squared away because I decided to use backer kit for fulfillment this time just because I've never used them before, but I've seen other campaigns who have, and it seems to work pretty well. It's a nice way to get everything under one banner fulfillment wise, and also do a little upselling too. That's kind of backer kit spiel. It wasn't very pricey, and it seems like a pretty good system so far. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I finally got everything squared away with that, and the surveys started going out yesterday afternoon. The first round went out to some of the backers just to, they call it a smoke test, verify that everything's working and there's no issues. And then we'll send the rest out today, and people can start giving me their info so I can start giving them their stuff. And that's good and fun. So things are going well in that sense. Other ways that things are going well, on the business side of things, I've come to the determination that I've been screwing up this whole driving thing. I have been very much focused in on my rideshare stuff to Friday night and Saturday night because that's when everybody's going out. You get lots of bonuses, lots of surge pricing, you get lots of money there. But and on a good Friday or good Saturday, you can make $300-400. So I had been leaving off earlier in the week and focusing on those two, doing a little bit every day. But I find the last several, little while, it's like, man, every Friday and Saturday I'm doing this. I'm never getting, the only day off is on Sunday, and on Sunday I got to do writing. And it's like, okay. And everybody else goes out and do stuff, and I don't. So, but this week, as I've incorporated, I had only just been doing Uber. But in the last couple months, I've incorporated Lyft too, and it's like, holy cow! Well, I can make money more efficiently because if nobody's up on one, somebody's probably up on the other. And in this last week, I think I said yesterday, I've discovered the benefits, although I hate it, of getting started really early. And so instead of being satisfied with making maybe $100 on the weekday, holy cow, I was like $250-300 each is easy. And then it's like, okay, well, if I do that every day, then I don't have to do Friday and Saturday. I can meet my cash flow goals and have Friday and Saturday free, and thus more time to actually write and do just other fun stuff. So I think we're going to be changing my schedule around. Again, I've changed my schedule about 6 times in the last 6 months since I've been off doing the freelance thing. So it should be, so we'll see how that works out in the next couple weeks, but it should be pretty good. on the campaign season front, production of that final book, in the Kickstarter campaign, I had told people, I had been upfront that it wasn't totally completed during the Kickstarter campaign, but I was nearing the end, and that's true. And I've been working on it since, and I came upon a sticking point. It's one of those things where if you're writing stories, you'll often be going along writing it, and then you realize, wait a minute, how the hell do I move on from here? Or what did I just do? What did that character just do? That's weird. And so a similar thing happened in the process of putting the campaign season together, where I've reached a point where it's like, okay, does that turn of events make sense? And how does that affect everything? And how did I get here? And I was kind of chewing on it, and then I realized, oh, well, you know what? And this happened before in other stories. You write past the right, the fork in the road occurs, and sometimes you write down one fork, and then everything screeches to a halt, and you're like, oh, I should have wrote down the other fork. So you go back to where the fork happens and go that way, and all of a sudden, smooth rolling. That's happened to me a couple times in stories I've written. Whether because every time it had been the route that I had taken completely destroyed the plot or destroyed a character trait or did something that was basically unrecoverable. It's like, okay, well, that just ended the story, and that's not the way the story should end. It's supposed to end. It can end and be a satisfying story. So you go back a couple pages and you take the other fork. So that's what I've done. And now I see the way ahead to make it good and I think satisfying. It's funny because I don't outline or plan things out. I just sort of write and go. But as I'm writing and going, I'm creating a head in my head. So push ahead of where I currently am. So I'm in the tavern scene where they're, having beers and doing whatever. But I'm thinking about events that are be happening 2 days later in the story and how that's going to come to the consummation of the events, and now it's just a matter of typing the words to get there, which it's never fun because once you know the end, it's almost like, well, I already know the end. And it reminds me of that scene in Amadeus where the guy who teamed up with Wolfgang to write the magic flute, he comes by and he's like, what's the status? And he's like, is it, you got to finish it. And he's like, and Mozart's like, well, it is finished. It's finished. And the guy's like, it doesn't do anyone good in your head. Put it down on paper. And you got to remind yourself of that. At least the way I do is I got to remind myself of that. And so you push through, especially once you see the end. Once you see the end and how it's all going to turn out, it's almost like you got to fight through the tendency to find it boring yourself because you already know what's going to happen, kind of thing. Which is what it is. The cross I have to bear. It's so hard. It's so hard. Anyway, I think I've babbled enough. We'll come back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific. Not 4, 2. And although for Sunday, maybe I should move it to the right. It's 2 p.m. is fine. Get out of church at 12 and yeah, okay. And we'll do it again. Stay tuned later on this afternoon. Story Saturday for this week will drop. And you can check that out. That'll be awesome. Then go by my website, michaelkingswood.com. You can sign up for the mailing list there. Sign up to become a member of the site. Give a few bucks my way, and you get occasional perks and satisfaction of supporting people, and it's all good. And discounts at the web store, which is michaelkingswood.com/store, which will take you over to SSN Storytelling. But yeah, let's reference michaelkingswood.com. And you can get all the books, all the formats you want there. You can also go to Amazon and all the other places, but it's better to come to me for reasons I discussed yesterday because you want to support me directly, which is great because I want to be supported directly. Right. I think that's about it. Talk to you later. Until then, don't do anything I wouldn't do.